iPhonePro.com.
So guys, everything Apple Pro here, and iOS 9.2 is officially out. It's been a few weeks since we saw the beta, and it's been a very fast update to reach us, but does it improve what iOS 9 broke? So in this video, I want to see, is iOS indeed faster than iOS 9.1? I'm going to be testing more than just Geekbench scores. I want to see in terms of actual usability, is iOS 9.2 more responsive? That was my main issue with iOS 9, is what didn't feel slow, but was zippy and fast before, was now laggy and just slow to respond. So I'm going to be checking user interface animations, overall just loading things. Is iOS 9.2 indeed faster? And what better way to test that than with every iPhone that's currently running iOS 9? Don't have the 5C in here because that is the same as the iPhone 5 processor and power-wise. But otherwise, I've got the 4S, 5, 5S, 6, and 6S, and I've got a special test for the 6S Plus that I'm going to be running to see if the animations are better. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see, is iOS 9.2 faster, and is it worth updating to as a result? So as usual, let's get a feel speed-wise in the startup test. So I'm going to turn all of these guys off and turn them on. On the left with the blue background is the 9.2 version. On the right with slightly orangish one is 9.1. This doesn't say much in terms of speed, but I'm always curious to see which one turns on faster. Powering on in 3, 2, 1. So these are all connected to the same power bank. Let's go ahead and see which one out of all these models turns on first, whether it's 9.2 or 9.1. Out of the 5S's, it looks like iOS 9.2 is indeed faster by a full second, second to 2 seconds. Great start. On the 5s, the 9.2 also, oh man, this makes me so happy to see, by a full second, second and a half. Looks like 9.2 was faster as well by several seconds. Alright, and same deal for the iPhone 6 and 6S. Starting up in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. So far 9.2 has been faster on the older devices, which for me is more important than it being faster on the newer devices. A lot of people with older ones get such a bad experience when software updates are concerned. But it looks like 9.1 was just a millisecond faster, both equally the same, and 9.2 maybe half a second faster than 9.1 on the 6. So looks like older devices so far are all affected. Newer ones like the 6S are more or less the same. So in the actual changelog, Apple even said that they made huge improvements to the iPhone 4S in the app switcher. So let's see if that's true. 1, 2. Oh, both terribly slow. Let me clear everything out of here first. 1, 2. So did you notice how much smoother it is on 9.2 closing out of the app switcher? The animations are definitely a lot better. So Spotlight Search, both terribly slow. Let's try that again. So 9.2 is a little bit faster there. Well, let's try and load a couple of apps. Settings. 9.2, the App Store. Just a little bit faster as well. So animation wise, there is a difference. App loading times, not so much. iPhone 5, same thing. 1, 2. Wow, look at that delay on the 5. And notice the lag when you close it. When you click out of the app switcher, that's when you see the lag. So 1, 2. And closing it, there's a stutter on 9.1. Definitely improved and a lot smoother on the other device on 9.2. Search function, also a little bit smoother. Cool. Let's try settings. About the same. App Store. 9.1 loaded that one faster, and it is web-based, but still good to see. Camera. 9.2 opened that a little bit faster. So again, user interface is faster, apps not so much. 5S app switcher. 1, 2. A little bit faster too. 1, 2. Yeah, definitely notice the lag still. Both pretty bad still, but 9.2 is a little bit smoother. Definitely App Switcher is the main improvement. And App Store. 9.2 maybe a little bit faster. Settings, about the same. Camera will open on 9.2 faster as well, which is good. In those moments when you need those milliseconds, it'll be better. All right, the 6, this is an area where I've noticed a lot of lag going to iOS 9, so app switcher, ooh, definitely faster. Yep, no delay when opening it, and no lag when closing it, so awesome. Spotlight's definitely faster, and let's try App Store. 9.2, just a little bit faster. Settings, sub-settings, about the same. Oh, again, 9.2 open faster, so that's great. And both 6S's. Let's try the app switcher. A little bit quicker. Both of these are smooth. I never had an issue with the 6S app switcher. You notice it's just a little bit of a lag, but other than that, it's pretty smooth. Spotlight, a little bit faster, more responsive, and camera. So this one was the same. Lastly, user interface wise, I had a huge issue on my 6 Plus and 6S Plus. You know, you'd notice a lot of lag when 3D touching or using the app switcher. So 9.1 is on the right. App switcher. So 3D touching, you'll notice on the 6S Plus on 9.1, there's a lag. Here it's so smooth, so take a look at it again. Opening and closing, it's not a 60 frames per second animation on the right. As you can see on the left, it's definitely been resolved, and it's absolutely lovely having such a silky phone. And another area where I've noticed iOS 9.1 was lacking was Touch ID. It was slower and less accurate. Let's see if there's any change here. So 3, 2, 1. Almost exactly the same. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, not looking like I'm seeing any difference here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and get some real numbers here with Geekbench. So on all of these, the cache app switcher has been cleared out. Let's go ahead and run Geekbench and get some concrete results. And here are the results. Surprisingly, in every case, iOS 9.2 did better. In the last video with the beta, it did worse. So this is quite an improvement here, and I'm very surprised to see this. Although it's not much, most of the improvement in iOS 9.2 is in the user interface and the reduction of lag, but it's nice to see that there is a little bit of an improvement here. And here are the network speeds after the speed test. So these are all the same distance from the router, and they don't even reach the top router speed, but at the distance from the router, look at the speeds that we're seeing. So on iOS 9.2, you definitely get a much better speed than on iOS 9.1. And in the beta, 9.2 did worse, so this is a huge improvement. Almost every single device except the 6S has a faster speed on iOS 9.2, so that's some great progress. Alright, and that's just about it. So I wanted to share with this video the speed of iOS 9.2, and in conclusion, I gotta say I'm very impressed. Apple's made some great improvements to iOS 9. It's not quite at iOS 8.4 level just yet, but we're very, very close. So I gotta give Apple some props there. They definitely made it a much more enjoyable experience, way less lag. Things just overall feel faster. It feels like I have a new phone, so I gotta say thank you Apple for that. Now as far as features goes, I didn't cover any of that in my video. If you want to see what's new, be sure to check that out in another video, but I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. You don't have to worry. iOS 9.2 is a great update, and I would recommend it. So enjoy the update, guys. Have a great day. Peace.